this evening's video, where we're taking it back to the basics for a little bit. We're actually going to be doing a whispered ramble for tonight's video. I know I haven't done one of these in what feels like forever. And typically when I do these, it's more so a live update. But this one's a little bit different. We kind of have more of a topic discussion instead. So today I will be talking about a few of the tattoo ideas that I've just had. I thought this could be quite a fun video to make. Get a bit of a tattoo discussion going on down in the comments. I'd love to know from you guys as well if you have any tattoos, you know, what you've got and what you plan on getting next, because I absolutely love tattoos. They're so cool and just creative, and I just love the different art styles and images people get like tattooed to their body. Like it's really interesting. I think every tattoo that someone gets. So I thought I'll just share some of the thoughts that I've had about getting my first tattoo, because I don't actually have any yet. I've wanted one for quite a while. I mean, I could, like, I don't know, I've just never really just kind of gone through with it. Like, I've had ideas. I think what I'm waiting on is the right first one, the tattoo that I know that I want. Sorry. And I think I'm close to it, so we'll see. Maybe I can gauge some of your opinions down in the comments as well. I don't think a lot of people will like what I have in mind, but anyways, so first of all I just want to talk about a few of like it's not really like proper ideas I've had, but like kind of like silly, stupid, like kind of jokey ideas that I've had in the past. So the first ever tattoo idea that I thought of, very stupid, was a Lego design tattoo. So it would consist of a Lego arm here, a Lego arm here, like a little torso piece on like my chest, and then like two Lego legs on either leg. I'm not sure where, like maybe like the thighs or somewhere. Yeah, just because it's Lego, isn't it? I don't know, it's a stupid idea, and I thought like when you moved your arm, like the Lego arm would like move with your arm. Very stupid idea. So yeah, basically just components of the Lego body like tattooed on my body. It's stupid, but I wouldn't get like the head done because I wouldn't want like any head tattoos, face tattoos. So it would literally be like the torso, two arms, two legs, and people hate that idea. I still sort of like it in a way. By no means would I ever get it done, but I thought it was just quite a fun little tattoo idea, you know, getting like separate Lego pieces on your own body. Kind of cool, because I love Lego, so that's where the inspiration for that one came from. Another really stupid idea I've had in the past was because veins, oh sorry I keep hitting the mic, because veins remind me of rivers, and I don't know if you can see very well, like you can see like my two veins there. I had this really stupid idea of like, how about you sort of like turn your veins into like rivers and like have bridges kind of like tattooed over them. Or horrendous idea, trust me, I know it's a terrible idea, turning your veins into rivers and then tattooing bridges, like connecting the veins. Yeah, it's a horrendous idea. And I kept on like joking to people, being like, yeah, that's the first one I'm gonna get, you know, my bridges idea. I know how much you hate it. Yeah, I'm getting that, because Bella's told me many times how she hates that, and I kind of just say now just to kind of like wind her up a little bit. My family hate the idea as well. They hate the Lego idea as well, and Bella despises the Lego tattoo that I have in mind. So yeah, by no means would I ever get these tattoos at all. Now the next tattoo idea I've had was, I was very close to like finally being like, okay, I'm gonna get this one, and it was an oyster. Now the idea and inspiration behind this was my first ever film that I did, like a student film, was a documentary. It was a documentary about oysters, and I thought, well, why not, you know, commemorate. I don't know if that's the right word. Like the start of my artistic creative journey, you know, where it all started with my documentary, my first film about oysters. Because of course, if you guys know, I wanted to go into filmmaking, and so I kind of wanted to remember my first starting point. But now I'm not going into filmmaking, so yeah, I've kind of really drifted away from the oyster idea. And another reason is if you actually look up oyster tattoos online, yeah, they kind of look like something else. So I could imagine I would get a lot of double looks and people asking me, why do you have that part of the human anatomy on your arm or wherever? And I'd have to explain it multiple times, and I just, yeah, they don't look the best drawn out, to say the least. I might put like images on the screen so you guys can like visualize it yourself and just see it wouldn't look great, and a lot of people would probably get it mixed up with something else that you could probably imagine. So yeah, that was kind of like my first idea. I was set in stone for that for a while, and where I come from, where I live, oysters are like a really big thing here. So it kind of be like, you know, I guess an homage to where I grew up. And then again, I don't really care about where I grew up, so yeah, I don't really care to get that tattooed anymore. So those were like the three sort of like jokey, well, the oyster wasn't really jokey, it was kind of like more thought out than the other two, but I won't go ahead with them, don't worry. I've also thought about getting like music inspired art, like tattoos. So like I thought about getting a Brockhampton tattoo. They have like a couch, like a sketched out like couch for one of their like logos. I was thinking maybe get that, but like I don't think I like Brockhampton enough now to really get it like immortalised on my body. And as controversial as it sounds, I have thought about getting a Kanye tattoo like from his music, but in this day and age I feel like having a Kanye tattoo is having a target on your head. So I don't know, I'm all about separating the art from the artist, but I won't get into that conversation. So I have thought about getting a Kanye music inspired tattoo, like the mountains from like the Ye. Like, so basically what I've thought about is getting like a collection of my favourite Ye albums and put them into like a tattoo. So the mountains from Ye, and then behind the mountains would be the Yeezus cover art, so basically like a CD. And then having like, there's a quote from Kids See Ghosts that you can get tattooed underneath it. It's not Kids See Ghosts, it's something else. I can't remember, but I would have some writing underneath that. So my favourite Kanye albums, Yeezus, Ye, and Kids See Ghosts. And yeah, but I could probably like think it out a little bit more, make it a little bit better, you know, include a couple more albums here and there. But yeah, I'll probably leave that one for a little bit. Like, yeah, I don't know how people would feel having seen someone with a Kanye tattoo, because I know, yeah, I won't get into it, you know, that's for a different discussion. So I've thought about getting music-inspired tattoos. You know, I've even thought about getting like some art, like some of my favourite artists' artwork done on me. So I'm a big fan of Jamie Hewlett's artwork, who's, you know, he's one of the co-founders behind Gorillaz with Damon Albarn, and I absolutely love his art style. You know, of course he's done Gorillaz, he's done Tank Girl, he's done these really cool tarot cards. I have like a book with like tons of his like different eras of his artwork. And I'm thinking maybe get like some artwork inspired by him, but I probably won't ever get that. I think I could find a couple of artists that I like their artwork and maybe look more into it. However, I've realised more recently, I think what I really want to settle on for tattoo ideas is getting tattoos done around films and like games in a way. It sounds stupid, I know, gaming tattoos are kind of cringe, I get it, but the tattoo I'm about to tell you guys is probably going to be my first tattoo. I'm really set in stone to get this tattoo. You may find it a bit stupid, you may laugh at me, but what I want to get for my first tattoo is a bonfire. Now, not just any old bonfire, specifically the bonfire from the Souls games, Dark Souls. I'll probably have images, so if you don't know what Dark Souls is, you don't know what the bonfire is, you can probably look at it. Because really, Dark Souls, my favourite gaming franchise out there. Elden Ring is my favourite game of all time. I mean, there's no bonfires in Elden Ring, but like the bonfire tattoo would kind of like accumulate all the Souls games, you know, even like Bloodborne and Sekiro as well, because they really are my favourite games of all time. I mean, you do have Breath of the Wild, but you know, that could be a tattoo for another time. So not only is it my favourite gaming series of all time, it's one of my favourite games. It has like a double meaning. So in the game, these are like moments, like when you reach a bonfire, they're basically checkpoints, and they're moments and breaths of like respire, where you can, you know, you know you're in safety. And I kind of like that idea of safety, you know, taking a breath, you know, just from all the chaos, you know, that you've just gone through, to reach a point where you can just finally sit down and take a breather. And I kind of like the idea of that, like, peace in a way tattooed onto my body, because you know, the whole me doing ASMR sort of thing, my whole job essentially is, you know, to help relax you guys, you know, maybe give you guys peace of mind as well. And so I kind of like the idea, the double meaning of that tattoo, you know, where yeah, it represents my favourite games, but it also represents, you know, taking a moment for yourself, you know, leave the chaos behind you, take a moment to breathe. I kind of like that. Like, yeah, if you just look at that tattoo from like an outside perspective, it just looks like a bonfire. It looks like a sword stabbed into some dirt. Yeah, and cool, sure. You know, it may look a little bit goofy, but I really, really like the idea of that. I think I really want to get that tattoo done. Where I would have it on my body, I would probably have it on my leg. I think the leg is where I want it the most. The arm feels a little bit awkward. Like, again, if you know, it kind of makes sense for it to be on your leg. It's closer to the ground, you know, where typically a bonfire would be. And yeah, it wouldn't be a cheap tattoo, that's for sure. I feel like to really get the details in, you know, the correct proportions of the sword and the flames, I feel like it would have to be, you know, quite a medium-sized tattoo. So yeah, a couple hundred quid for sure I would have to spend on that tattoo. So that's why I'm waiting to get into like maybe like summer or later into the year to get this tattoo, because I really want to get this tattoo this year. And yeah, hey, that may sound stupid to you guys, but I really, really, really want that tattoo. Who knows? I may think about it a little bit more. I may not like it as much, but for now, I've had this idea since the beginning of the year, like around January, I'm pretty sure. And I really want it. So yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna get. Hopefully, my explanation maybe made it sound a little bit better to you guys. You know, it's not just, you know, representing my favourite game, but you know, also has that double meaning that I've already talked about. So that is the first tattoo that I actually want to get. The second tattoo, like I said, about films. I really want to, because films are such a big part of my life, really. You know, watching films is more than just entertainment. It's kind of like a hobby as well. And so I would kind of want to get, you know, some of my favourite tattoos, some of my favourite films, like in tattoo forms. First of which being Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. And I've seen one other person get this tattoo. There's probably quite a few people. But if you've seen the movie, you know, there's a part of the film where the two like main characters, they turn into rocks with googly eyes on them. And it's such just a captivating, mesmerising moment of these two rocks just sitting on a cliff. One tumbles, the other one tumbles after it. It makes you cry. Rocks falling down a cliff will make you cry. And I just love that part of the film. And there's a quote from the film. Again, this quote has actually a double meaning, and it's "nothing matters." Quite a small quote, but nothing matters. The first instance you hear this quote is from Joe Budabaki. I think I pronounced that right. And it's quite a dark, depressing meaning. Like, nothing matters. Why are we living on? You know, what's even the point of life? And the second time it's used is by Wayman, who's basically the saving grace of this film, you know. and he says nothing matters, like just live your life, nothing matters, who cares what you do. And I really just love that double barrel sort of effect. Some days, yeah, you're gonna feel like, what was even the point? And other days, you're like, F it, I'm gonna do this today just because I want to, like, live your life, nothing matters essentially. And I just love what that film has done for me, and kind of like what it's done for so many other people as well. And I just love the quote, nothing matters, and just how much it means, because you can relate to it in both aspects. I think it is just such a relatable film. Like I think there's at least something everyone can relate to in that film. I think that's why it's like loved so much, because it is as crazy and out there and bombastic it is. It's one of the most realist films I've ever seen. And so I would love to get that. So basically, I haven't actually explained it properly. So I would love to get the two rocks. I don't know if they'll have them facing, so I don't know if I would have them with the googly eyes or not. I haven't thought about that. So definitely the two rocks with nothing matters underneath. So a really like basic small tattoo. And I would probably get that in like quite a thin line drawing, because I think that would look pretty good in like thin line drawing. With nothing matters, like in all capitals, quite like strong like typography. And yeah, maybe that's probably the better first tattoo to get. It'll be a lot cheaper, you know. I feel like maybe going into getting the bonfire one without having a tattoo before would be quite a first big step into getting a tattoo. So maybe that tattoo is better to get. I don't know. As for where I would have it on my body, I'm not too sure. I was thinking like my upper arm, like have it around there. But I don't know, I would have to give it a good thought. I'm not too sure about where my body I would like that one the most. But yeah, I really like that tattoo. I'm definitely going to get it. I'm definitely going to get it. Two rocks, nothing matters underneath. Pretty good. Again, the problem with tattoos is finding an artist that you like. Because I've looked on like Instagram with like artists near me. And I find it really hard to imagine and visualize their style with what I have in mind. I don't know, I find it so hard. I just can't imagine what it would look like. So I'm finding it really hard to find an artist I like, which is a huge problem. And then again, it's like the whole process of like, well, you know, some artists, they'll do mock-ups for you, other times they actually want you to bring them a mock-up. So it's kind of like, you know, a whole hassle of a process really. So yeah, so those are the only two really solid ideas that I have for tattoos. Again, I think I kind of want to lead into more like film tattoos. I've also had an idea of in Mad Max Fury Road, which is by the way my favourite film of all time. They have this mark for the boys. It's like a heat press thing. It's like a skull, like a ring flame around it. And I was thinking of getting that on like the top of my back and near my neck. I don't know. I probably wouldn't get that just because it does come across. If you don't know the film, it does come across quite like, oh, that's a bit weird. I don't know. Another cool idea that I thought of. I probably wouldn't get it though. But yeah, that's kind of it for film. I mean, for like tattoo ideas in general. Some of my favourite other films are like City of God, Princess Mononoke recently joined my top 4 favourites of all time. I would say follow my Letterboxd, but I don't actually know my username, so I can't tell you guys. I should probably link in the description. I'll probably start doing that soon. I mean, Princess Mononoke, you could, you know, get her mask. City of God, I'm not too sure what you could get for that. I feel like the chicken is the best motif in that film, so maybe, you know, get a tattoo designed around the chicken. You know, fight off the light as it is with that film. Do you, you know, flee and flock away from the city? Can you escape it? Or, you know, are you just going to be in its repeated cycle of violence in the youth? Brilliant film, by the way, City of God. Yeah, that's kind of it, really. So yeah, hopefully I explain them well enough. I might include like images to like help assist, you know, my vision, my thought process. So yeah, let me know. I would love to hear your ideas as well. I find tattoos really interesting, like I said at the start. So yeah, do let me know. I will be reading the comments. Even I know I don't respond to comments a lot of the time. That's on my end. I don't know why. Like I respond to them in my head, but I don't physically do it. Like I know what I want to say, but I don't know. There's something wrong with me. So I do read comments. So post in the comments down below what you have, what you want to get, and just your thoughts and opinions on tattoos overall. Even if you don't like tattoos, it'd be great to hear why you don't like them. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys did like this little ramble, a little callback to the start of the channel where we'll do like rambles a lot more frequently about, you know, specific topics other than like life updates. So I've had a lot of fun doing this video, and yeah, I'll be back with the next one. So thank you very much guys for watching this video, and of course as always I'll see you in the next one. So